noticed that we were both wearing black, all black.
It has
look like we're in a like.
It has a slimming
modern...
effect. Does black have a slimming effect?
Yes.
My name is Matthew Swanson.
No.
This is my front end. Yes, it is. This is my front end. And on the back of my shirt it says back end, and those are web, like, coding development jokes.
Like a joke.
I only know that it's a joke because someone told me. I don't understand enough about coding to know why it's a joke. This is the front end. The front end is like what you see when you open a website.
Exactly.
The back end is all the bibbly bobbly boobity boo monkey buttons. The monkey buttons.
The monkey buttons.
Hi guys. It is Thursday. It is the penultimate day of the show week.
That is a good word. What does penultimate mean, Matthew?
Ultimate means final.
Yes.
Penultimate means almost final or next to final. I don't know how it actually breaks down etymologically.
Yeah, I wonder what
but
it
means
the
next to last.
Yeah.
Okay? If you are one of 17 children and you are number 16 in order, you are the penultimate child in your parents' child legacy.
Would you refer to a child as a penultimate child?
I don't know. I'm just trying to...
So. I feel like it's usually more used with events.
Well, so the penultimate chapter of a book is the chapter before the last chapter.
Okay, that's a noun. That's not an event.
Yeah, the penultimate hour of the day is 11
That's an event. No, I'm just keeping track of what the things are.
Okay. Those are not... You had the tone of...
No, I wasn't trying to correct you. I was trying to be like, okay, that's an event.
Oh, I see.
That's a noun.
You were registering thought processes.
Yes.
Hi, you guys. This is Robbi. I like Robbi. I like sitting next to Robbi. Once a day, we get to spend some time together. The rest of the day, we're buzzing around like free radicals.
That's not true.
I'm over there. She's here.
Yes, but we're in the same building.
That's true. We're always in the same building.
We're pretty much
always
next to each other all the time.
Friends, why don't we jump right to it? It is, as you know, the Week of Adorable Animals, which is why the header of today's agenda features the term the Week of Adorable Animals. It is.
May 21st.
Let's see what happens next. Greetings.
Greetings. We did that. Oh, articulate your emotions.
Yes, go ahead, Robbi. Tell us how... Articulate means to use words, to put into words.
Express. Yes.
Robbi,
using words.
Articulate your emotions.
Well, are we asking you guys to do it, or are we asking us to do it?
Of course, I want the viewers to articulate their emotions. We're going to model good emotional articulation.
Okay.
All right.
Sometimes emotions are very difficult to articulate.
That's why I want to get into the habit of doing it.
Especially in this strange time when we don't really know what's going on and what's up or what's down.
Okay, well, just do your best.
My emotions are gratitude.
Okay. Thankfulness.
Thankfulness, yes. Also, a little bit of jittery anxiety that I have forgotten some things that I was supposed to prepare for this and I ran out of time.
Okay.
Or I squished up against the time limit a little too close and I might have forgotten some things.
Okay.
So I always have sort of a constant little nag in the back of my head like, uh-oh, I think I forgot something.
Okay.
And happiness. I like to do this. I like seeing you guys. I like when there's chatter on the sidebar and you guys are chatting with each other. And I like when we hear that people enjoy visiting with us.
Yes.
I don't know. I like doing this.
Good.
I like hanging out with Matthew. I like that our kids are watching in the other room.
You have a variety of positive emotions happening right now.
I do.
That's awesome.
And a little bit of suppressed anxiety.
Okay, which seems reasonable in light of the world.
Yeah.
I am excited to be here with Robbi doing this. I'm excited knowing my friend Emily is watching. That always makes me happy. I am also grateful. Robbi stayed up late last night and cleaned up the kitchen, and she changed the sheets on the kids' beds and did a bunch of things that are hard. After I went to sleep, Robbi lived a whole other day, and she did a bunch of stuff that I really appreciate. She and Alden cleaned out the car, so I'm grateful. We have a lot of clutter in our lives, and when it gets cleaned every once in a while, I'm like, So anyway, my emotions are good. I'm excited. I am grateful, and I think that's where I am. Thank you for letting me say, drink water. We're going from the profoundness. Don't drink that water. Don't drink that water.
This is my paint water.
Don't drink that water.
I'm not going to drink that water.
If you guys have paint water or clean water, drink the clean water. Have your choices. Yeah, here we go. I'm glad that all of the viewers are saying hello to each other, greeting each other.
Hold on.
What?
Did this water come out of the tap or the fridge?
Some came out of the tap. Here, that came out of the fridge. You want the fridge water?
Yeah.
Okay, Robbi's very schnoidity-dype.
That was tepid. The word for the day is tepid.
You can use that to describe water that is not chilled, you can use it to describe the personality of someone that doesn't have much vroom, vroom, vroom. Someone who just sort of sits there and doesn't say a lot and doesn't express a lot.
Or like enthusiasm.
Right.
Could be tepid.
If I come to your party and I say,
not cold, not warm, it's just like, bleh.
This is a fun party. That's kind of tepid. It's a tepid response. We like enthusiasm in this camp. Okay.
Self-evaluate, question mark. Have emotions changed? I thought that was a command. Self-evaluate, question mark, have emotions. I was like, everybody has emotions.
No. Now that we have drunk our water.
I'm not done yet.
Do we feel any different? Okay. Did drinking the water or did watching the first 6 minutes of this program change your emotions, Robbi? Test your emotions. Have they changed? Guys, here's the thing. Emotions change all the time throughout the day. Sometimes you're sad and you're not sure why. Sometimes you're excited and you're not sure why. Things change. You're not always the same person inside. Yeah. Stop every once in a while and say, how am I feeling? Especially if you're not feeling well. Yes. Sometimes you could sort of pull it apart and say,
that's why I'm not feeling well, and sometimes that having an explanation is good enough.
Like, Julie just kicked me in the shin and it hurts. That's why I'm not feeling well. Yeah. Or, I haven't eaten in a really long time and I have low blood sugar, and that's why I'm not feeling well. There's a lot of reasons, and like Robbi said, understanding it can help. Robbi, did your emotions change at all?
My emotions did not change.
Okay. I am feeling...
I'm feeling slightly more like I'm going to have to go to the bathroom.
Yes, I'm feeling a little bit distended in my stomach because I drank more water than I needed to.
But that's not an emotion. That's a physical...
No, but you know what? I'm feeling regret.
Oh, for having drunk the water?
That I drank so much water so quickly. Here's the thing. I had 2 glasses of water for lunch.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling a little oversaturated
I drank a glass of water before
All right, what does this say? Theme song.
Well, we've been sort of mixing it up with a theme song lately. So which theme song do we want?
We want Matthew's first theme song. I don't think we've heard that in a long time. For any of you old school members of the Matthew Swanson fan club, this is for you. This goes out to you. Wish I could do it. Casey Kasem. I'm in Matthew's fan club. That's a tear. The tear thing.
I'm not ready for this. I wasn't ready for this.
Now my emotions have changed. Now I'm ready to go knock down a wall with a sledgehammer.
I know. I feel very excited after that. Okay. How about now, emotionally speaking?
Yeah, anything? Well, like I said, I'm real revved up right now.
I got a little revved up.
I'm ready to run a race.
I had a little moment.
Everett, we got your research. Calm down, my friend. We don't take the time to respond to all of the emails
I have
about
a list
research.
Of people I'm going to tell you who.
If you sent us research, we probably got it. Okay. I'm sorry to upset you. All right, here we go.
I'm going to list maybe I should just do this now to calm everyone down.
Hi, Jennifer. Now my emotions are a little bit like, oh, I've offended Everett. Okay. So here we go.
Yes.
Abby, got it.
L Puppy.
Got it.
Maris.
Got it.
Everett.
Got it.
Emily.
Got it.
Moxie McCoy.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Kylie.
Got it. That's a lot of research, you guys.
I think that is what we have.
Wait a second.
Uh-oh.
Some family with multiple viewers has yet to submit any research.
That's okay. Don't pressure people.
I'm talking about our children.
Oh.
It's my job to pressure them. Children, you know that I know where your electronic devices are hidden.
You know what? They are not motivated by this particular prize.
They are motivated by the fact that their father is looking at them like this. I hope your emotions are responding appropriately. Do your research, you guys. All right. Are you
feeling up to painting, Robbi?
All right. Now that are your emotions such that you can be creative with the brush?
Yes.
Yes?
You know why?
Why?
Because the painting with the brush is one of the things that I have a twinge of anxiety about. So I'd like to get it over with. So that I can stop thinking about what's going to go wrong.
Life hack, you guys.
Yeah.
If you have a to-do list, or even not a list, but it's things you have to do, start with the thing that you're most worried about. Because then you're done with it. A, it's usually not as bad as you think. B, even if it was terrible, then it's done and you can enjoy everything else more. The number one thing that causes procrastination is being stopped by the thing on your list that you fear the most. Get that sucker out of the way and then everything else gets easier. Right, Robbi? Right, Robbi?
This is excellent advice that I do not heed ever.
Yeah.
I always save the thing that is most annoying for last. and then I am most annoyed, and I put off all of the other things until it is absolutely necessary to do them.
Yeah.
So
this is
Matthew
really one of the things
you...
that's most different about Robbi and
Yes.
me. I usually am able to start with the thing that is the most important thing, the most time-consuming thing, the most laborious thing. Laborious means difficult and requiring work.
Yes.
So that I can get it out of the way.
Yes.
Yes.
I hate it.
Robbi always gets her work done.
I avoid it at all costs.
She does not get it done expediently.
No, I don't.
Yes. All right. What does this
Wait,
say?
no, I was going to go painting. Or was this just asking me if I'm prepared to go
asking
painting?
if you were painted.
Okay,
Nobody
go ahead.
told you to paint. All right. Robbi.
Shows you Lulu. Oh, and then paints like the wind. Okay. So here's what happened. Remember yesterday Lulu did not have eyes.
Well, that's terrible because Lulu wants to see the wide world.
I didn't draw in the eyes because I was worried that I would draw them a little bit wrong. So here's what I did. I scanned in the painting of Lulu into our scanner.
Okay.
And then I drew on the scan down here. I just drew in the eyes.
Drew with your computer pencil.
With my computer pencil. Mm-hmm. So you can see that I actually have like a very... I mean, that's exactly what it looked like. And then I drew those little eyes in. Let me tell you, I had to draw those eyes probably about 4 times.
Which means if you'd tried to do it on your painting,
yeah,
you probably wouldn't have gotten in the right
up.
place. Yeah. So this is a great tool for trial and error.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I could just erase it and redraw them. And it really was just a question of one thing that I did wrong the first time I did it was I made the little dashes a little bit too short. So if you look...
oh, do you have another version to show?
Well, no, I don't. But if you look here...
Oh, I see. The eyes are a little darker than everything else because they were drawn differently.
So, where's my pen?
Here it is.
So, basically...
Oh.
I originally had them sort of short, and it didn't look good.
Interesting.
And then the other time I drew this one more in the center, sort of in the center of the glasses. And look at that. That looks terrible.
I mean, I don't like it as much as what you did. If I just looked at that, I would think it's still pretty cute, but it's not right. Yeah.
I think it looks like the eyes are going off in different directions.
You know what it also shows me? When the eyes are closer to the nose, it looks like the sunglasses are a little too big for her, which makes them cute.
Which makes it cuter, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So anyway, here is the...
Robbi, I love this painting.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
I am going to try to win this week's auction. We'll see.
So here's what it ends up looking like.
You love it!
And I think it did turn out... I'm happy with how it turned out.
Oh my gosh. So, Robbi, do we get the unparalleled pleasure of watching you paint, Lulu?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I wish that I had requested from Jennifer a long and thoughtful email that I could read.
That you could read?
Yeah, I'm a little sad. I want Jennifer to write me a thoughtful email about words every single day. No pressure, Jennifer, but it is a great pleasure to me to read the writings of someone who writes as well as you do, and who thinks as clearly as you, and who's as passionate about language as you. Thank you for being you.
Emotional brushes. That was an interesting idea.
Who said emotional
Mr.
brushes?
Funny Pants.
Emotional brushes, what does that mean?
I don't know, but I think it's a cool idea.
Huh. All right. All right, Robbi, we are going to invite our friends at Instagram to join us.
Okay,
all right?
Hold on. Let me just get set up before you do that.
I understand. Yep.
Ugh, this keeps... My camera keeps sliding over. Okay. Let's see. You're late, Waylon. Do some push-ups, buddy.
Wait, Amy's in charge of Waylon's push-up routine.
Okay,
She's totally on it. We don't even have to worry about that. All right.
All right. I have to move this. Okay, guys. So here we go. We've got our... Oops. See? Here's the thing, guys. I forgot the paints. I got everything else, and I forgot my paints.
All right. Oh. I looked for your paints earlier, and I couldn't find them.
I put them away in a drawer. See, this is what happens when I clean up.
See, it's terrible to be organized. That's the lesson for today.
Yes.
All right. Oh, we have enthusiasm for Instagram. Someone. Oh, be careful what I wish for, says Jennifer. Jennifer, I purposefully am dangling that lure out in front of you and hoping you'll bite.
Okay. I have these paints.
Oh, they're so beautiful. Are these Japanese paints?
These are my Japanese paints.
Yeah.
They are so beautiful. You know how beautiful they are? They come in a case.
The Japanese
that has like a
beautiful paper
jacquard pattern fabric on it.
I mean, it's nuts.
Yeah, it's lovely.
When Robbi and I went to Japan about 10 years ago,
oh my gosh,
the one thing she insisted on doing was going to a store where we could buy these beautiful Japanese paints.
It was called Tokyo Hands, and it's a department store that is all craft and paints. It is the best thing
I'm
in
starting
the world.
this so people can see this.
Okay.
All right? Yeah.
So here we go. We have those paints, and then we have my mishmash paints over here. Now, I think we're going to be...
Welcome, friends, to Instagram. We are going to be sitting with Robbi as she paints Lulu, the koala today.
The cute koala.
All right.
The adorable, sorry.
There
the
is
adorable
Lulu, the adorable koala, and there's the original painting.
All right.
And Robbi's going to get to it. Robbi has her her palette and her paints.
So.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right.
Koalas are gray.
You know what? I think you're right. I was going to say brown, but they are gray.
They're kind of grayish.
Do you want me to get a picture for you?
Here, I think this color.
Do you want a source image? Or are you just going to go for it?
I think this color right here.
Okay.
Is close.
You know what? You're the illustrator. You can do what you want.
That's right.
There are no rules.
I'm
Robbi once made my book about a dragon. She reached into the dragon's heart, and he was pink. It's not what I expected, but it's just right for him. So I trust Robbi's impulses.
So here's the deal, guys. I am using a thick, a wider... This is the brush that I usually use.
Yeah, why are you using a thick one?
I'm using this one because it's going to be a little bit washier. I've got more
define washier.
So I'm filling in a bigger area.
Yeah.
And if I use this, it'll make little hash marks.
Okay.
This is a sort of a tight brush that isn't super soft, and this is a super soft brush if you look at how soft this is. So I'm going to use this brush. This is a Japanese brush. I forget what they're called. But anyway.
Okay.
I'm going to use that brush because you'll see how it puts down the paint a little bit differently than the... Oops, where's my paper towel?
Do I need to get you one?
Well, I brought one.
Here's one.
Oh, good.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Yeah. Now, those of you who are watching on YouTube, there's a different angle on Instagram where you can see more of what Robbi is up to. So if you want to go to the Robbi Matthew Instagram page, you can have a little bit of double treat. So
you can see that the paint is going on like washier. Does that make sense?
I mean, I know what you mean, but washier I think is not quite a transparent word. So it's going on with sort of more blotchiness so that it looks looser. Is that the idea? Yeah.
So it's not like flat. It feels a little bit...
Has a little texture.
Yeah. Okay, so I am also, just for the record, because this glass...
Yeah, this is tough.
In my way.
Look, Robbi is doing this very tricky thing.
I usually hunch over my paintings. Usually my face is like right here, and then I'm painting right up next to it.
If you need to, you can pull it back.
Like a hunchback.
Okay. So you're starting with the fur, and then you're going to fill in with the sunglasses later.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So another thing that's interesting about this kind of ink is that in the... See how it repels the color a little bit?
Uh-huh.
So you can kind of paint over it if you're using a washy brush.
Is it oily, Robbi? Is that why?
I don't actually know why.
Or is it just because it is... the paper has absorbency and the ink doesn't?
Yeah, I think it repels... When the ink is super thick, it's waterproof, so it pushes the ink away from it.
Yes, if the ink wasn't waterproof, that would be a mess. Then it would smudge and run.
It would smear all over the place.
Yeah.
And some people do use non-waterproof ink because they're fast workers and they are able to...
Or do they like the effect that
Yeah, produces? They're able to use that sort of smudginess to their advantage. Now, okay.
I think that this approach that you took is good because it kind of makes it look fluffy.
It makes him, yes, it should make him look fuzzier.
Yeah.
Softer, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it were flat, he would not have that sort of texture.
Yes.
And this is a better texture for a stuffed animal.
So,
this is not stuffed.
It's not a stuffed animal.
Sorry,
what are you talking about?
For an unstuffed, real live animal. I love his expression, or her expression. It's very mysterious. What do you think Lulu is thinking? Is this the moment where Lulu is surprised by the paparazzi showing up in her eucalyptus patch? And is like, what the heck, you guys? Or
so now I want to add a little bit of blue, maybe, so that Lulu's not all kind of flat gray.
Oh.
Like.
Now this is a surprise. This is a move I wouldn't have made because I'm not a trained illustrator.
Well, I don't know if it's the right move or not.
I wouldn't have known to.
But
add a
sometimes. Adding a little bit of a different color just adds a little bit more.
Are you going to add it throughout, or
dimension.
Just certain parts of Lulu?
Just certain parts, probably.
Interesting. Is it a shading thing, or is it
no?
The wrong way of looking at it?
I think right now it's not a shading thing. I'll come back and do shading later. Right now, it's just that, fur is usually not. It picks up light in different ways and colors. And
you know what makes me a little sad?
What?
Like, I can sit here with you and watch you paint, and you can narrate your thought process and your technique.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any equivalent with writing. I don't think there's any way that you could watch me write a story and that I would be able to sort of explain what I'm thinking or the decisions that I make.
I don't think that's true.
You don't think so?
No, I think all of that stuff that I went over with you this morning was all you sort of
but
going
that's
through
after
your...
the fact. You know what I mean? You make it, I make it, and then you look at it. It's not a real-time thing like this.
Oh.
There's something very visual about your medium and your technique.
It is a visual medium, my friend.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm a little nostalgic or sad that it can't happen
So
in the
if
other
you
direction.
see, I'm actually adding...
I see some brown now.
Some brown.
So some brown, some blue, and some gray.
Yeah.
And this is just going to make it a more complex and satisfying color?
Yeah, just so that it's not super flat.
What Robbi is... Sorry,
and
go ahead.
look, if you see, my brush... That's kind of the beauty of this kind
sad.
of brush.
Look at that.
Is that it looks like it's sad, but it's actually giving me some little fluffy marks.
Interesting. Okay.
So, see?
Yes, this is a much more complex color now.
Right.
Which I like. It has some warmth to it.
Yeah. Even
though gray is a cool color and the overall effect is gray, there's a little bit of warmth happening.
So,
with Lulu. Yeah.
The other thing, so what I want to do is... I want to add some rosiness to the cheeks because that's just cute, even though...
Adorable, Robbi.
That's just adorable,
right.
Even though koalas do not have rosy cheeks. It is something that we recognize as adorable. So here's the thing. I have to do it at exactly the right time. I can't do it while this is too wet because then it just zoops up, it spreads too far. I can't do it when it's too dry because then it just makes a little circle. So right now, it's still a little wet. And I'm a little bit hesitant to do it.
Okay.
So...
It must be a leap of faith knowing exactly the right moment.
Yeah, and I don't know that I do know when the exact moment is, but... and you can also tweak it a little bit. You can fudge it a little bit because watercolors can get re-wet. But for the cheeks, I'm going to use my tighter brush because it's got a little bit more control.
Okay.
Okay? So... This is always a moment of, is this the right time or is this not the right time?
All right, Robbi, let us know. When will you know whether it's the right time?
Well, I didn't put enough paint on my brush. Okay, so I'm going to start out with just straight circles. So you can see how this one went down. It's drier over here on this side than it was over here.
Okay.
But I'm going to, so I rinsed my brush off. Now my brush is just wet.
Hello, Addison. Thank you for joining us.
And I'm going to spread that out a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm going to spread it out a little bit over here.
Okay. Now, did you get the right moment, Robbi? Did you?
You know what? This is, see how it's making a circle around there?
It's got a little bit of a halo around it.
It's making a halo.
Yeah.
So
but you smoothed it. You smoothed
it out.
Good work.
But it was better over here, I think. But I'm actually, the problem is I can't see the light is reflecting a little bit.
Can I move it for you?
No, I think it's okay.
Okay.
So there. So I smoothed it out. I think it's okay.
Robbi, Addison would like to report that she loves the happy pink cheeks.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Thank you, Addison.
So yes, so she is a fan.
I always put a little rosiness on the forehead.
Yeah.
Just because that's actually what I do with people.
Really?
But
why?
Yeah, I think because it makes it look like they're fleshy.
Okay.
But.
And once again, that's totally a weird thing to do for a furry animal.
Totally a weird thing to do.
But ultimately, every drawing of an animal.
We turn
is
into
a drawing of a person, right? We're trying to say, look at these human characteristics that Lulu has. So
the other thing that I usually do is I do the tips of the fingers and toes rosy red. But I forgot to actually color these. So I'm going to go back in because I couldn't color them with my thick paintbrush.
Oh, because it was too thick?
Yes, it was too thick.
So you have to go back to the gray.
Now, go back to the gray.
How can you just keep switching from color to color? Are you doing a thorough rinsing or does it just not matter?
I am doing a thorough rinsing and then I have a paper towel where I wipe.
Oh, okay.
I wipe it off in between every brush stroke, basically.
Okay, got it.
So, okay, so there we go.
Robbi, I'm going to give you a 5-minute warning till the end of this show.
Okay. Is it going to be 5 minutes already?
What do you mean? Is it going to be 5 minutes?
Is now the 5-minute warning?
Yes. I am giving you a 5-minute warning. So we can we'll finish in the next show, you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I got to add a little brown to my fingers.
Okay. Oh, Robbi, I'm loving Lulu.
Okay. So then.
Okay.
Oops.
What?
I just stuck my hand in some wet paint.
Yeah, I bet that's an occupational hazard.
Mm-hmm.
But that happens from time to time.
So now I'm going to take my red and add some like fingertips.
Okay. Like she did her nails, you mean? Or
no,
just...
No, it's just that it's sort of like...
It's just subtle.
These are the parts of your hand that get used.
Okay, I get it. But I bet it's so subtle that most people looking at this
you don't even see it when it actually happens.
But it affects your overall appreciation of the painting. Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we've done Lulu. Oh, but we need. You know what? I need to do her nose.
But what about her sunglasses? Is that happen last?
Yes. I gotta decide what color those sunglasses are, and I think they're gonna. I think I want to paint the leaves and the tree in before I decide what color the sunglasses are.
Is there going to be a? See how the sunglasses have that little sort of star on the outside? Mm-hmm. Are the rims going to have a different color than the inside?
Yeah, they're going to be like pink or yellow, or something. But here's the thing.
That's tough.
You know what's? Here's a problem that I constantly have.
Tell us.
There's really only like 5 different colors. There's red, yellow, green, blue, purple.
I'm sure the
pink.
Crayola executives just shook in their boots, Robbi.
And every other painter just shook in their boots. But I cannot distinguish. I'm a terrible colorist. Generally, like as a generalization.
I love Robbi's self-confidence. That's my favorite thing.
I'm doing it anyway.
I understand.
But like when at a certain point, I'll be like, well, I already used all of the colors. Yeah. So how do I know what color to make those sunglasses? So I just have to wait and see at the end.
So guys, for the last 5 years or so, a huge chunk of Robbi's work has been entirely in black and white.
Yes, which I love.
Which you love because you don't have to get into
I don't have to worry about it.
Now, our picture books, of course, are in total full color. Yes. So that's the exception to the rule.
And at every turn, you know what? One of the great things is that our art director helps out with making the colors more saturated and making me understand.
Wait, are you making the nose blue?
Yeah, because you know what? Blue often translates to black.
Yes.
When you paint it, and I don't want to color it in completely black because then these black lines disappear.
Totally, I get that, because it will still look like black because of the strength of those black lines.
Think of it as black.
Yeah.
So my favorite blue is Prussian blue. I use it on everything. I use it for my shading. I very rarely actually use black. I use Prussian blue.
Now, what makes Prussian blue? Is that a name that a certain company owns?
No.
Or like various companies make Prussian blue?
Various companies
So what makes Prussian blue Prussian blue?
I think because it's sort of a gray blue.
Okay. So Prussian blue made by one company might not exactly line up with
that is
one
absolutely
made by another company?
And I only use Holbein Prussian blue because the other Prussian blue doesn't look the same to me.
Okay.
I think it's Holbein.
Holbein. All right.
Yeah. Okay, so we did the nose.
Here, a really technical question. Yeah. Is it like a Prussian blue oil paint and a Prussian blue gouache and a Prussian blue?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And supposedly they're all supposed to look the same, but of course because oils are shiny and gouache is flat, like they don't come out looking the same. And in fact, there's a couple colors that are so wildly different depending on the company you buy them from. That, like, I have a Chinese orange,
right,
which is like almost a rusty brown in one paint company.
It's called Chinese orange?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know why.
Okay.
And then from a different company, it's like a totally different color. Okay. It's like an orange, like a bright orange.
So what's happening now?
What's happening now?
Robbi, it is 1:29. Is this a good time to stop?
This is probably a...
All right, let's stop.
You know what? I was just gonna make a little pink around the mouth.
Gels?
There.
Yeah, okay. All right, friends watching on Instagram, we're going to kick you off rudely, and we're going to invite you back in a few minutes once the second show begins. All right, thank you for joining us. Say farewell to Lulu. Say farewell to Robbi. Bye. See you in a minute, friends. Bye.
All right, my other people, we're going to come back to... Oops. So there we go. Where's... Okay, you guys can see me trying to use my mouse and get our arrow... There we go.
We'll see you in a minute, guys.
All right, hold on.
Say goodbye to our smiling faces.
Right.
What?
The reason I can't click us back is because
here we are. All right, guys.
Okay.
We're
going to say here. You hold on to that.
I'm gonna hold that.
Whoa,
okay.
My
okay.
gosh.
Ooh! Don't get dizzy as I joggle you around. Oh, Robbi hates that.
I hate it.
Bye, guys. See you in a minute.